Good day, wherever you're viewing us from, and welcome to today's edition of Diaspora Talk on KMTV Liberia/USA. You are always streaming live and direct here from Brooklyn Center, Minnesota. My name is Joanne Adeprausier, and I'm here today in studio with my colleague Nathan Charles. And we are going to be discussing several issues today here in the diaspora in Liberia as well. And we want you to stay with us as we go through today's edition. Before we start our discussion here, we're going to play a couple of commercials from our supporters here at Diaspora Talk. Please stay with us.
Let your celebration begin with Park Liquor Outlet, your first Liberian-owned liquor store in the city of Brooklyn Park, Minnesota. We have everything that you need to set that special occasion or bride. For your next party or great get-together with friends, visit Park Liquor Outlet. We have great selection of beer, wine, gin, and many more at affordable prices. Our customer service will make you always want to come back. We are open Monday to Saturday, 9 a.m. to 10 p.m. and Sunday, 9 a.m. until 6 p.m. Park Liquor Outlet, your one-stop celebration store. We are located at 6315 Zine Avenue North, Brooklyn Park, Minnesota. Visit us today and feel the difference.
All righty, thank you. We are back on. We are shortly going to take a video here. I know throughout the entire week, from last week until today, I've seen several posts on social media, several videos of a lot of Liberians that have been complaining of some conspiracy that took place in the country over the last month. And I've been talking to a couple of people. It's just frustrating to see how many people fell victim of this particular thing. I know I was even added to this particular group chat at some point on WhatsApp. I know I removed this from my page. I blocked it. But before we get into this, let me go ahead and play a short clip from some of the victims of this AR, smart AR, and so you can listen for yourself and watch them.
No problem. So the second day, I tried to know, but I didn't know. No, they did not show the home. Yeah. Can I share my experience?
So we coming to you. So lastly, your first deposit, how much? 1.5. How much you got back?
Yeah, my first deposit I deposited is 1.5 and I get 200. Yeah.
300 liberty as a profit.
Yeah.
As your profit. So you thought that you could go a long way.
Yeah, the whole avenue, if you put more money, you get more money. Yeah, if you put 40,000, maybe you get the 1.5 every day. If you put 100,000, you get me the 40,000, the 4,000 every day. Yeah, every day, the 4,000.
Every day, it just go into your account.
Every day you get 4,000.
So before the app was taken down, how much was on your personal account?
For me,
Non, non, les taux individuels, il a vêté. Les autres tables, les mêmes vêté. Dans les leadership.
There you go.
I was getting 70,000.
So on the 8,000, when you're 40,000.
Thank you. Do you have, just in case to reform your money, do you have anything to show that yes, indeed, you have deposited? This is what you have.
I deposit, but I get all the amount of money I ask for. So let me show you some documents. See the one? I see somewhere right here. See the one? See somewhere right there. 4,000.
Seeing 5,000, seeing 12,000.
Some money in the year. Yeah.
Wow.
So as soon as you deposit, it goes straight into
Into your
your account, your mobile money account.
On the platform.
So thank you.
What's your name?
Thank you very much. I am Superintendent Rufus Duachie. I work for Labrador National Police.
Are you one of the victims?
I am one of the great victims.
How great it is.
I lost over $72,000 personally that I put there. And the last day when I was taken down, I had over $92,000 in my account there. And so it is not so much of the money, but the integrity, the people I talk to, people in
Okay, so those were victims of the smart AI scam that happened in Liberia. Nathan, I was saying to you the amount of posts that I've seen on social media in this short time, and it's been sad because I get that Liberians need to do something. A lot of the youth in Liberia do not have jobs. They're trying to find not particularly the easy way out, but whatever means necessary that they can be able to help support themselves and their families. And so, whomever comes to them and say, "Well, this is a means for you to get profit, get cash back," they're all willing to get invested in it. And I don't see how almost the entire country will get duped to this extent in this company came. How did they get everybody's numbers? They got people's phone numbers and added into this group chat because like I said initially, I was added to this group about twice, two different times on WhatsApp. Seriously, in a group I saw a whole lot of people that I know personally. Their phone numbers were there. Initially, when I first saw it, I felt like maybe it was some kind of a family group chat that I got added to because I saw a lot of my family members in this group. And so, but when I started going through it, the name of the group was called My AI. And I'm like, well, this doesn't make any sense. And so I left the group, I reported and blocked it. So then a couple of weeks later, I got added again. So I'm like, I already blocked this page before. Is this another one? I did the same thing. So only it was like Sunday morning through Monday, I'm scrolling through social media, I'm scrolling through Facebook and Instagram, and I'm seeing all of these complaints about people in Liberia that were affected by this smart AI scheme. And with all of these video clips, audio clips that were being shared about a lot of these people, how did they reach to this extent? Because over millions of dollars got taken away. The app just magically shut down. The people left, and they encouraged them. They had them. I listened to one of the victims. I was talking to her the other day, and she was saying they told her the more money you add, the more money you get. And then I think you're supposed to like just follow a particular page and just like this page, and then they will keep putting money into your account. And so a lot of them kept just I don't understand how people got convinced because according to some of them, they showed them that they were getting money, and you will see your account balance, you see that money is being added, but you're not able to withdraw. So like, how aren't you suspicious about this thing? I can see that I have the money, but I'm not able to take it out. And the thing that convinced them a lot more is the fact that they had, they kept telling them, just keep adding money. If you want to withdraw, you have to add money. But even if you add the money, you still cannot withdraw. I'm like, well, a lot of things are happening in Liberia. I listened to another guy, one of the victims, and he was saying, this is close to elections, and this government let the people come and scam us like this, and so we're not going to vote for them. I'm like, how did the government let the people scam you? Nobody told you to go and join the group. But again, I feel like it's people are desperate. They need somebody to blame for what happened. A lot of them lost a lot of money. Some of them say it was business money. Some of them said their children's tuition, their children's school fees, their food money, and all of those things. And I'm just saying, how did our country get to the extent that over thousands of people got scammed within the blink of an eye?
Indeed, this too is Liberia. Every week, every day,
There's something else
there's
happening.
something unthinkable happening in our country. Liberia is just an extraordinary country. Be it foolish, be it wise, but we are just extraordinary.
Tell me about it. Tell me about it.
We produce some of the best in the world. We produce some of the, like I can say, foolish people in the world. We produce some of the bad leaders, some of the best leaders. We are just.
I don't think that's
everywhere.
a thing for us to be talking about because it's
it's
embarrassing.
it's a fact. Now, a country that has a system, when people see any means of getting money, some people tend to invest into that. But a good investor would like to know all the do's and don'ts, the in and out.
Yes.
So, one famous saying is the rich invest in time, the poor invest in money. Now, like looking at Liberia as a country, working with two major entity, Orange and Lone Star Cell GSM, knowing that they have had years of experience with money transfer, looking at the MTN money and all of the mobile money transfer. Again, so this is a complex situation. That's why we have, even in the US, everyone who does business, everyone who transacts financially, you need to have a license. Once you are doing money remittance locally, internationally, you need to be approved. You need to have a license from the central bank, or other people call federal bank. In America, we call it the federal bank. So you will need all of these things, and this information should not be private.
Right.
If I sit down here, I'm like, okay, let me see if Sandwave is legal. I can just go to the website and say Sandwave. I will see the registered agent.
Right.
I will see the office address, the contact phone number from the Fed website or from the state.
But you know, Nathan, I think one of the reasons it's easier to scam a lot of people, especially in Liberia, is we do not like to read, and we do not take our time to do research.
So you see, that's where the government is there to protect us. So if you're a father of a home, that's why you have policy put into place. So you are there to regulate. You are there to be more proactive. You should know almost everything that happens to a group of people over 1,000, even a 1,000 square feet.
Yeah.
You should have control over that. It's not maybe 10 feet. They say, okay, it's just 10 feet. But look at the amount of people all across the country. Are you telling our security apparatus? Are you telling our financial institutions? Are you telling, we call it intelligent people in that country? Right. From different departments, are you telling me they are not aware of these things that are going on? Did they do some background investigation? Like so, okay, the citizen can read the this, the that, but when it comes to money transferring, they need to know in and out.
Yeah,
you need to have a license. Is this person recognized? What's the program? They need to test the system out. If you go say you want to do money transfer, they have to know where you're from. They have to test the system out, know your platform. So it is a two-way street.
Yeah.
People are only blaming Orange, Liberia, and this and that.
Yeah.
What did the government do? We need to be more proactive. Also, too, people are hungry. Hey, why would people not investigate how this thing goes? Because this is not the first time.
I know.
We have other premium betting platforms.
I know. Similar thing happened a couple years back, like a few years, I think about 2020, 2021. There was another organization that went in Liberia, exactly like the same smart AI called QNet.
Yeah, QNet.
And a lot of people got duped like that way. I remember I had a family friend who reached out to me and asked me, hey, Joanne, there's this company.
1,000.
Please. Can you assist me with $1,000? I want to invest into this company and I'm going to be cashing out or $250 every other day. I'm like, that. Without even cashing out that amount, how is it going to happen in Liberia? And for some time she got mad, you weren't talking to me because I refused to send the money. But at the end of the day, when they realized that the whole thing was scam and they didn't get to invest in it, they came back and said, it was right. Thank God you didn't send me your money. Though. Like, even if I had that money sitting, I'm not going to send you $1,000 to put into something that I'm not even sure how it's going to generate. Because at the end of the day, nobody's going to give you free money anyway. Even if you're investing here, your investments comes with ups and downsides. So how are you going to keep getting this money permanently? And these people are trying to convince you that there's no way you're going to take a loss, because where are their funds coming from? What are they investing in that they're not going to get a loss that you should put your money into? And a lot of Liberians lost that way. So at this point, I expect our people, Nathan, I expect our people to at least be alert that these things can happen. And so nobody should just come and tell you, hey, put your money into this thing and you're going to get it back. Because, come on, like,
I mean, the thing is, it's testimony. If Joanne come to me, so Nathan, I just put in 500, and look, I'm with let's go. I'm withdrawing 1,005 because I invited 4 persons. I invited 10 persons, right? It is testimony in business. Once you can show, somebody can tell you this is what I did as a seed, you are encouraged to do that. That's why people ask for referrals, right? So once you have multiple referrals, we who do insurance, when somebody can, I work with Nathan Insurance Company. He helped me with my car accident. You can testify to that. So the next person says, okay, I'm coming over. Again, it is a two-way street. We cannot blame everyone. And let me just be more jovial. One of the things, the interviews, the pastor and all for that. I'm sorry, just so funny.
I know, right? I called my mom. I was telling her about it. I said, I hope you didn't put money in this thing. She said, I did, please. I don't even trust myself. Sometimes my own money. I ain't giving it to nobody.
So I was telling somebody, even the ATM, I take out money for the ATM. So you saw it from Liberia. I know.
I want to feel sorry for them and empathize with what they were going through, because sincerely, things are hard in Liberia.
I mean, it's heartbreaking, Joanne. Nobody, even $5,000. These guys, somebody in a hustler. I mean, when I say hustler in the good sense, they are trying to save their money and looking at investment. That's how people in Liberia tend to do that. Again, or even in the US, we have something called Telegram. The people are using that platform, right?
Yeah.
To say if you bring one person into call it or something like this, somebody brought to me. I'm like, hey,
if you add one person, that person have to bring 2 persons.
Then that 2 person money will get it. You after 3 weeks.
And I didn't see anybody who got money out of that whole thing.
I'm not into that. So it is happening, but again, we should be very much careful. And again, what is our government doing since then? And,
I haven't heard any statement officially.
They're still investigating. They're still waiting. That's why I say you don't need to be reacting.
These are things that are supposed to be scrutinized before they're introduced to our people. Like you say, I get that our people are frustrated and looking for people to blame, but the government too are supposed to play a key role into this thing. This was about investment. Our people lost a whole lot of money at this time. They should have at least put out a statement. How did they let it get this far? There is no way they did not have an idea that people were putting this much money into
even
this
thing.
Right. And Lone Star, they saw how much money was going. Yes, Orange and Lone Star, because how did these people get everybody's number to add to this thing?
It's not the issue.
And not a number, and then
referral.
Right. Well, people refer you, join it. But before
join.
people refer you, though, how did I get added to it? Numbers were coming. They were getting people number. I get that you can get people number from Facebook, online, in different places. But when Orange and Lone Star realized that all of this money was coming into this thing right away, they should have brought out, they were supposed to raise eyebrows from a long time ago. But they allow it get to the point where our people right now are in despair, because some people took people market, business money, some people credited to even join this thing, and they were convinced because they could see the balance on their account. And so they kept, telling people, like, because if I get up in the morning, man, no time. I'm in Liberia, I didn't even have about $10 in my account, and then suddenly I'm seeing myself get over 50,000. So I'm excited, and I want to help people, because it is our nature that we alone, cannot, just how people say, eat it. But we want to bring our friends on board as well, so they themselves can benefit. And so I'm excited about this. I'm telling my friends, hey, come on board. Look, in fact, I'm even showing my account balance. People are saying it. You will be convinced.
That's what I said.
So, right? And so people are saying all of this, and so they were convinced. But Orange and Lone Star they themselves help. They didn't do
No,
anything
no.
to
I
help our
mean,
people.
it's hard to say, Joe, and we really need to understand because it's, for example, right?
Hmm.
We have several companies in the US. We have T-Mobile, we have Spring, right?
Yeah,
So if that smart eye use their own platform, everyone can build an app.
yeah.
But hey, I will get somebody number from T-Mobile. I will get somebody number from Orange. Orange will not necessarily have to know about
No,
it.
right.
Also, for me, I'm still trying to understand. That's why I
Where
kept
was the money being
reading.
kept?
Yes, and how was this account created? Which platform
How are
was
people
there? Any
making payments and all
hyperlinks?
of those
So
things?
fine. So we got to they got to explain all of these
And
things
I
for
didn't
you.
even spend 1 minute in a group sincerely, so I'm not even sure how they were doing it. Because honestly, I don't even have the patience for those kinds of things. So seeing those things happening to our people at this point in time, it's frustrating, seriously. And I see that. I get that people are desperate. People want to make ends meet. People want to be able to support their families and friends, and because there aren't a lot of jobs opportunities in Liberia, because people cannot. A lot and people, people sometimes you get tired of asking people over and over and begging for money, and so the moment you find this thing that seems like a good opportunity, you want to run to it quickly and you want to cash back.
But
And
have you heard this people say
mhm.
that money that was earned uh money that was earned is way less slippery
Uh-huh.
than money that was stolen.
Right.
So if you earn that money, it's hardly less. So that money they have stolen from a lot of people,
Hmm.
we hope that hey they will be able to face justice. Also, too, is this company legal? Are they insured? And can customers of those who claim having receipts get a refund? Because I know all businesses must have insurance,
Hmm.
and these are things that must be covered. If the person we call it liability, right? If there is a liability claim against them,
How many persons have that in
well, the
Liberia?
government should insure
Insure it.
all financial
I think those
transaction.
are things,
You must have
Nathan.
insurance. Even the
Our
Orange and Lone Star,
Lunsa,
they do have
yes,
insurance
they do.
covering their business, like liability and comprehensive. So that's where business comes in. Even the banks in Liberia, if you take a money from the bank or
Hmm.
even other country, you pay insurance on that money.
Exactly,
So
you
if you
do.
default, then that insurance company come back and pay that money.
But I don't think our people are educated on those
Ah, we
things,
told you
Nathan.
that.
I don't think our people are educated
All of our
on those
government
things. I'm
officials
not talking about
stop.
the government
I mean,
officials.
those who make the
Nathan, you
laws.
and I know we're not going to put our money into anything that we aren't sure of. We're
Yeah.
not going to invest into something that we do not have. Even here, people get scammed, but it
Mhm.
rarely happens. The thing is, we've gotten to a point where we understand that to be a part of this particular thing, for me to be able to transact any finance with you, to do any kind of money business with you, I need proof that you are a legitimized business. I need proof that you have insurance, you're covered, and before I can even get into any kind of business with you. But how many of our people are educated on this particular thing? Do they know that they're to be able to give, to do so much, that amount of transaction with somebody, that person have to be a registered business owner, or that business have to be registered and insured and be covered in case of liabilities? Because it's like the banking system. What if something happened?
Yeah.
Who's going to give your money back?
Yeah.
Where are you going to get? So those things are things that I think our people need to be educated on, not just right now, but those are things that our people need to be educated on for the future as well, because this thing happened in 2020, 2021, when a lot of Liberians got duped and nothing happened, nothing came out of it. So at this point, or from that, one would say people should have at least learned from that, but it's still the same. Nothing much have happened in Liberia from that time until now. And so what will make people take their minds of it or change from, to say, well, from the time that this QNet thing happened in Liberia, there have been a lot of job opportunities. We aren't eager to just jump into things to invest. We've learned that, this, some things wouldn't work out. And so nobody's just going to come around and scam us easily. Almost the entire country got duped, and there's absolutely nobody people can turn to. I see people are in the streets. They say they were protesting. They were going to the foreign affairs. They were going to Orange and Lone Star offices. But what can those people do for them at this point? Are they going to be able to get their money back? Or is it just going to be the end of it? we're looking to see what's going to be the outcome of this particular thing, because a lot of our people lost that hard earned money, and so we're hoping that at least they can, get some closure on this thing, Nathan, because money you worked for, and you just losing it, because I know to get money in Liberia isn't easy, and you just losing it all of a sudden, it's hard. And people are broken hearted currently
To
in the
get
country. A lot of
earnest
people,
money like Liberia, to get earnest money like Liberia is hard.
yeah.
Why are you laughing? To have earnest money like
You know,
Liberia is
Nathan,
hard.
I'm trying to empathize with our people, but it gives, I don't know.
That's
Anyway.
the situation. We hope our government and
Hmm.
relevant authority will look into that
Yeah.
and be able to give our people back the money, because if this is a legal entity registered
Yes.
with the Liberia Liberia Register Association, LRA, that
Hmm.
is, you need to know all of these things are enforced. And once you are transacting money, there are different programs, because I even know you must have all of these things put in place for a business, meaning a big institution like that. So we hope that all of the I and T's are crossed. People should not abuse our people
Our
in
people. Yeah.
psychologically and morally, financially. They cannot rob our people from the hard-earned money. But again, remember, the rich invest in time, the poor invest in money.
Alrighty. We do have another topic we're going to discuss yes shortly, but before that, we're going to take a commercial from one of our sponsors of Diaspora Talk, from the Park Liquor Store, Park Liquor Outlet.
Let your celebration begin with Park Liquor Outlet, your first Liberian-owned liquor store in the city of Broken Park, Minnesota. We have everything that you need to set that special occasion or bride. For your next party or great get-together with friends, visit Park Liquor Outlet. We have great selection of beer, wine, gin, and many more at affordable prices. Our customer service will make you always want to come back. We are open Monday to Saturday, 9 a.m. to 10 p.m. and Sunday, 9 a.m. until 6 p.m. Park Liquor Outlet, your one-stop celebration store. We are located at 6315 Zine Avenue North, Brooklyn Park, Minnesota. Visit us today and feel the difference.
Welcome back to Diaspora Talk on KMTV Liberia/USA. I'm here in studio with my colleague Nathan Charles. My name again is Joanne Adeproud CA. We were going to look at this story that Front Page Africa posted, and this it's a story that was did by one of Front Page Africa writers, Lena Dodu, and it's about the former rebel commander Roland Duo campaign message. And I know over the weekend, Roland Duo have been, trying to reach out to people, telling them because he's contesting currently for the senatorial seat in Nemba County, and him contesting his campaign message has been about something that I don't even want to believe somebody should be proud of and be discussing and asking people to vote of them on. And I'm just going to read a part of this story or something that he said during his campaign message, because he Roland Duo claims that he needs individuals endorsement for the legislative seat because he was a senior frontline commander of the jail of ex-president Charles Taylor, and he did a final report. Roland Duo described the final report of the TRC. He portrayed him as a central figure in a range of violent and abusive behaviors and activities during the Liberian Civil War. In his involvement spans forced displacements, extrajudicial killings, intimidation, lootings, and a lot of other things, which he didn't deny. Rolando, and he said that he played a major role in the war, and so people are giving their support to Prince Johnson, but he believed that he himself should have that support. And the thing about this is, I don't know, Nathan, how are people proud and wanting to go for senatorial seats in our country, people who fought war and kill a lot of people that should be even be behind bars at this time? They're the ones that are contesting for political seats, for seats in the legislature, for seats in the I'm trying to comprehend this particular thing that somebody is proud and beating their chest and telling
drink some
I
cold
should
water.
I need to
Drink some cold water.
right, because I'm trying to see how are you proud and you're beating your chest and telling people you're a warlord and you fought for people and so you deserve to be senator for this county for all because of the killings you did, and the people should vote for you. I'm trying hard to comprehend. I read a story from Lene on Front Page Africa today, and I'm thinking, why? What gave this guy so much audacity to even tell the people about this thing? And the truth is, I know Adam and Dempster have been fighting so much for this TRC in Liberia, for people to be held accountable for all of the killings that they did. I know at this point nobody's been held accountable. People are still, going about their normal business. In fact, we have some of those people who are currently in leadership positions in Liberia who are current representatives and senators, and there's nobody who's holding them accountable. But at this point, I don't think it should be used as a campaign message to tell our people because you did XYZ and you kill all of these people, and so you deserve to be senator in the country or in your county. How did we get to this point where people will be beating their chest and be proud that I did all of these killings, and so you should vote for me?
Well, this is not the first time. Liberia, like I said, it's unthinkable. This is not the first time. We have always history. People look, even in the court, they look at what has happened, right? Past judgments, precedent that has been set by other judges and stuff, and review it and look at that. This is not the first time we have rewarded those who committed heinous crime in our country with state power. Going back as far as the Ellen Johnson study, who supported the war, gave him $10,000. What did we do? We gave her state power. Let's go to Senator Prince Johnson.
Yes, yeah, because talking about something, he was speaking directly to Prince Johnson because he said he fought more than Prince Johnson, so he deserves a senatorial seat in Nimba County, and the people have to endorse him because he was the frontliner.
Yeah. So this is what I'm saying. Based on history, we have always given power to people who committed atrocity. The famous song that turned the war around, you kill my mom, you kill my pa, I will vote for you. So I'm just giving certain example. We are not just poking our fingers in one person's eye. It has been a normal tradition, a transition for our country. The worst, the most heinous criminal people, even convicted in court and other things, we rewarded with state power. So I just started from as far as I could recall. These are things that have been happening. From Charles Taylor came Prince Johnson, came Roosevelt Johnson. So all of these people, George Borden now, who's now in Grand Gila County, I can go on naming and naming and naming them. So we have always given power to those who have done heinous crime in Liberia. Now, should we continue to do that? I say no. But again, our society, our country is in such a way that we cannot even, like you said, comprehend. That's why I told you to drink some water. Because if you start to think, people feel like, oh, you just pointing accusing finger at one group of people. But it has been happening. Can we start a new path, or can we just continue? Because hey, we and I know that these people who are named, they help make decisions for us. And people who are being accused of other crimes, these are people who are making decisions for our lives. And that's why you see everybody want to go into higher height, because the more you go there, you protect your surrounding. It's a clique. You protect your surroundings. So if people want to go to the legislature, they want to become minister, they want to become senator, because they know once you keep maintaining power, you will always protect all of your surroundings. So one time I asked a politician who was flying somewhere, I'm like, you have held all of these You serve as minister, you serve as director, you serve as a representative.
But it's just a cycle of politics in Liberia.
Fine.
People are just from one position to another.
So I asked this person, you serve as director, minister, from since he was 20, someone he started working in government. So why do you still want to remain in government?
And those are the people who will tell you they have their country at heart.
No, so to protect what I have built. And that was all, and the conversation ended. I was like, yeah, he said that's why we had to protect what we have built, and we want to continue. So I'm like, oh, so it's more about self-interest. You have to, because the moment,
and not necessarily what they have built, but they want to maintain their salary. They want to be able to maintain the lifestyle you're currently living. Because at the end of the day, I know a lot of people in Liberia who are in political positions, and once they are taken out of those seats, they're not able to maintain that particular lifestyle. And so they have all of these obligations, and they've involved in all of these other things that once they're taken from positions, they're not able to continue that lifestyle they're living. And so I know I'm talking about this whole thing, how we know we've been doing it. People have been a lot of people have been talking, and we currently have past warlords are in positions in Liberia currently. But is this a norm? Is this something we're supposed to be following? For the fact that this person is proud enough to beat their chest and say, I fought more than XYZ person, and so I should be endorsed. I should be a current senator. You have to vote for me. Is this something to be proud of? Because at the end of the day, are you going to be okay with yourself to tell somebody, well, the senator that I voted for was the one who killed this person's parents? Because we get that there is means at this moment to put this person or to hold this person accountable for the killings that they did, but are you going to reward them because this person feel that you owe them and you're obligated to put them in positions of power? We should not be using those messages as campaign message. If you did this thing and you're proud to come up and say, I did this thing and I fought this person, and so I want to be a senator, it's not even a place that our society should be at right now, Nathan. We say we want change. We continuously say we want change. We are hoping that we will have a leadership that's going to bring change, but we are still going back for the same people.
Yeah, because as I said, it has always happened. In that neighbor county, Senator what his name, Alfonso Doro. He also served as senator there in Nima County, right? So he fought war. So Prince Johnson, a lot of them who are in power today. So that's just our country. So people should not only be running the rolling duo and say that this and that, but again, it's the message.
The message is putting out there
right now for campaign, right? Is that so? Sometimes we say that's why people have campaign advisor.
Yes,
you need to have strategize your message. How can you fulfill your message to the audience to resonate with them? If you're talking about you being always there for the people of Liberia, how can you craft that message then not to sound so raw like that, right? We've seen, because other senators, I mean, it's not him alone who has said that. Previous people from Dolo to Senator what he name,
even Prince Johnson.
Prince Johnson. Prince Johnson asked everybody who covered Prince Johnson. He was before the first time he ran, he never had a lot of publicity with him. He used to go from town to town. I know one of my friends to cover him. What he named Kelvin. He was 96. His message was, I know what they put this right here. The K blah 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 blah. That was his message. He was all
people
almost a warning. I know how they put Prince Johnson was not put into political speeches. Nope. His message was, I know what happened. He put there. Okay.
So my thing is, why are we still giving these same people platforms over and over and giving them
because we have set the precedent and everyone wants to follow. People want to feel that, okay, when I tell you people I can steal or I stole the people money and I can helping them, so who can make it? So integrity is not the order of the day. Like I can say it for fact. Even before this George Weah government, the previous government, before that government, the Taylor regime or the Judy Bryan regime, we saw all of these things. People who were in a transitional government who ran for state power, they were corrupt. We saw people in the Ellen Johnson government who we saw they stole our money. I mean, reports came out from the human rights, from the UN. We've seen in the George Weah government, those who have been even cope with crimes from the U.S. government. These are the same people who are running into state power. So it is just happening, and those who previously committed heinous crimes in Liberia, they are also going into state power, and we keep rewarding them with these things. So it is a precedent. So saying Adolfo Zulu should not be campaigning such a tone, I think maybe his message, the way he's saying it right now, because most of our people are traumatized, and sometimes too, people use that situation to bring back their strength in our society. Everyone knows I was on the SKD Boulevard. Roland Duo lived just on the other side across the swamp on the SKD Boulevard. He built a lot of compounds and stuff like that. This is a man I knew personally.
Yeah,
he helped. Apart from that, he has a human.
He has an estate over there called Roland Duo Estate. So yeah.
When he was building that estate, he has a human side. Even when he was the commander at that time in the stuff. And he used to come on the SKD Boulevard. Everybody knew his voice part. We saw all of the things they did. And when you see the small man talk about, you would never believe this is Roland Duo until one day we got to know him. Like, oh, this is a Roland Duo general and stuff like that. And apart from the war side, he has his human side. Right?
So he should be using the human side at least to
explain how he has helped people. During the war, he was not just fighting for the country. We know he did a couple of execution, and so it's war. But we cannot emphasize on that because we need people who will help alleviate our people from suffering. Maybe again, it was just that one angle of the story, the unusual thing the journalist saw to say, "Okay, I'm making this as my point." And,
so that's it. Well, today,
and let me say before that, let me just say this famous quote. Few of them. Voting is the most precious right of everyone, of every citizen, and we have a moral obligation to ensure the integrity of our voting process. The other one says, voting isn't the most we can do, but it is the least we can do. And another one says, never vote for the best candidate. I repeat, never vote for the best candidate. Vote for the one who will do the least harm. This is the situation with Liberia right now. We don't have no best candidate, but put them, look at it from their heart, who will do the least harm. The lesser evil. Because I tell people, if you look at all of them, everybody have bots.
Exactly.
From the George Weah regime, the people around him, the things he's done for Liberia, the bad news, the suffering he has brought for the people. From the Arizona Komen camp, the people around him, from the Joseph Potter camp, the same people around him, from Warlord Prince Johnson, to other people. So the thing simple is never vote for the best candidate. None of them will be best. Hey, but look at which one will bring less harm to our country, people, Liberia. That's why I would tell my people.
Okay, that's it, folks, for today's edition of Diaspora Talk on KMTV Liberia /USA. We've been live streaming here from Brooklyn Center, Minnesota. My name is Joanne Adeprao-Sie, and I've been here in studio with my colleague Nathan Charles. Diaspora Talk comes on every Monday, Wednesday, and Fridays from 12 to 1 or 1:30 p.m. And we are grateful that you've been following us. We hope to see you again on Friday for another edition of the program, Diaspora Talk. Until then, we're going to take a commercial here from our sponsor at the Park Liquor Outlet.
Let your celebration begin with Park Liquor Outlet, your first Liberian-owned liquor store in the city of Brooklyn Park, Minnesota. We have everything that you need to set that special occasion or bride. For your next party or great get-together with friends, visit Park Liquor Outlet. We have great selection of beer, wine, gin, and many more at affordable prices. Our customer service will make you always want to come back. We are open Monday to Saturday, 9 a.m. to 10 p.m. and Sunday, 9 a.m. until 6 p.m. Park Liquor Outlet, your one-stop celebration store. We are located at 6315 Zine Avenue North, Brooklyn Park, Minnesota. Visit us today and feel the difference.